The issue of sexual violence is huge. They have real fears about how they're going to be treated and whether they're going to be believed. You know, the second myth is that people lie.
A teacher admitted to fabricating a story that she and her father were dying just so she could skip class.
I believe everybody that comes in. I don't need proof. Proof is in the patient's heart.
One where the emergency, my boyfriend became abusive. We just got into a physical fight.
But by now you've seen this exclusive video showing what appears to be a different story.
Really?
Women lie if they don't get what they want.
Why did you come in here and threaten me like this? Please get out of my room. Please get out of my room.
God help me, he wants to rape me. I promise I won't squeal on you anymore. I'll do anything you want.
Please call the cops and get out of my room. Please call the cops and get out of my room.
I was trying to get out of your room. You won't let me.
Yeah, that's why you were grabbing for the chin. Call the cops then. Call the cops then.
And I think it falls in line with a theme we've seen more and more, especially lately, with women feeling as though they're not being taken seriously when they express real concerns about their personal physical safety.
What am I talking about? You're slamming yourself on the emergency brake. You're attacking me. Stop it. You are not spending the night with me. Stop it!
Absolutely no.
Stop it! Stop it! No! No! There's Maggie Christine.
Ow! Why the f did you throw me out?
No, I had it videotaped.
Why did you throw me
No, I had it
out?
videotaped. I'm glad I had it videotaped.
No.
Yeah. Yeah, I had it videotaped.
No.
That's cool, dude. That's why I have it videotaped. So you can't no.
Hey, do you want to tell me why you just turned your music on?
Oh my God, you're harassing me! Oh my God, help me, call 911! He's harassing me! Oh my gosh! I'm gonna call 911 now.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Do you want to tell me why you just turned your music on blasting after you're leaving my house? After you're leaving your house? Huh? Would you like to explain that?
I'm sorry, my neighbor's coming and harassing me right now, right in the front of my neighbor. I'm scared. Oh my gosh, he's having his camera on and facing my face. I'm so scared right now. He broke in my car. He's banging on my car's door and asked me why.
The president has created an environment where they are not going to be believed, where it is going to be futile for them to come forward, and in fact, they may be greeted with resistance and treated as liars. So what is the point?
Tanya Blazejowski had become a dangerous loose cannon.
She had manipulated law enforcement for so long, it was time that we get to the bottom of this and we get the real story.
A meticulous list of her many lies. Reminders, print naked pic, call self 1,000,000 times. March 11th, filed police report on Joe. March 21st, Joe arrested at work. March 28th, made report of child abuse.
I don't think so. It's a public park. It's a public park. I'll stand here. I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think so. Go ahead. Go ahead. I'll stand right here. I'm not threatening. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. Don't touch me, you fat, ugly whore. Go ahead. Call the police. I'm not threatening anybody. It's all on film. It's all on camera. It's all on camera.
Right here, actually, we have, sir.
It is.
He's being threatening.
It's all on camera. I'm not threatening anybody.
What's wrong? What's the problem?
What is? I don't have a problem. I'm just sitting here saying stuff to them, and they don't want. They tell me I have to leave the park. I'm not threatening anybody. I have it all on camera. I did not. I did not. I have it all on camera. I did not. She's lying. I did not. They're all lying. They're all lying. I have it on camera. I know that, and I didn't do it. I didn't do it. They're lying to get me out of here. I am disrupting it because this is public. I can do that. I can yell whatever I want.
And he threatened he was going to attack the work.
I don't agree with what they're doing. It's my way of verbal protest.
Maybe you don't agree with what they're doing.
It's my verbal protest. But they do, and I have a right to verbally protest.
You shouldn't talk to women like that.
But you know what, though?
Go and drive your fucking car. Look at all the traffic you're blocking. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cars. 8 cars. I'm not bullying anybody. You're the one bullying me. Drive off.
I'm being threatened. Oh my God. Don't threaten me.
So what did I threaten you with?
Don't threaten me.
What did I threaten you with?
Don't threaten me.
What did I threaten you with?
I'm a woman on my own. Help me.
I'm a cyclist on my own. What are you talking about?
Threatening me.
You're an asshole, you're not.
Self-defense, sir. This is self-defense, sir. Get the fuck off me! Get your hand off my breast now! Get your hands off my breast now!
Because folks just think this, this is made up. Women lie about this.
There was no way I could. I mean, everyone who knew me would just be disgusted if I stopped.
Split or steel? You never know what's coming in this game.
And that people who say they've been sexually assaulted are making it up because they're seeking revenge or they're trying to get personal gain or some kind of nefarious reason.
Her name is Dr. Chanel Jones. She is a criminology expert and a professor at Ohio Dominican University.
False accusations occur more often than we actually think. The problem is we rarely hear about it unless it's one of these, media prominent cases that gets a lot of attention, but it does happen more often than we would anticipate. But the problem is there is little consequences after the fact. So after the person admitted, yeah, I lied, yes, I ruined this person's life, we hear, I'm sorry, and then that's pretty much it. We don't see a consequence for the person.
What I do now, everything is down. I close my business. How I pay my house, how I pay my rent, store.
A Bartlett man says his reputation is ruined and his life destroyed by a woman who falsely accused him of a crime. He was arrested and charged with attempted rape. Several days later, he was released after police discovered his accuser made up the whole thing.
Things may never be the same again for him and his family.
I don't know what's going on now in my life. What I do, nothing. I shouldn't go anywhere. Maybe everybody see me. Somebody believe, somebody not believe.
He's talking about the accusations made by this woman last week. Mirana was handcuffed, arrested, and booked in a Bartlett jail after 23-year-old Angela Poindexter accused him of trying to rape her.
Jack, imagine sitting in jail for months on a false charge of rape. She admits she made it all up.
I really can't say she cleared my name because it's going to follow me no matter where I go.
Shannon Hudson is worried that while his rape case has been dropped, the stigma hasn't.
And I've always got to worry about an employer saying, well, what about this?
By her lying, it causes problems for all the women who report legitimate sexual assaults.
Her recanting her story won't stop the rippling of impact.
There are still people who will believe that it happened. And it's a kind of stain that's very, very difficult, if not impossible, to completely remove.
A police officer in Palm Beach, Florida, stops a female driver. Without ever getting out of the car, she is issued a traffic citation and heads off. But later, in a videotaped statement, she lodges serious charges against the officer.
Do you solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? Yes.
She accused him of taking her out of the car, frisking her, sexually assaulting her, and placing her back in the car.
When I stepped out of the car, he proceeded to frisk me on the sides, pat me on my chest up here, and then he fondled my breast. I believe it was fondling. I don't believe it was frisking. He patted me on my stomach all the way down and over my dress. He caressed my vagina. I feel very, very, very violated.
In a second taped interview, the police inform her that the entire traffic stop was shot on videotape and give her an opportunity to change her statement, but she declines.
But what if I told you that I've seen the videotape of this incident in its entirety from the time that you were stopped to the time that you left the scene? Would that change any of your statement that you just told me?
Yeah.
If the police didn't have video cameras in their patrol cars, 2 officers might have lost their jobs and reputations. Trouble starts the day after an arrest is made for illegal drugs at a traffic stop.
I received a phone call indicating that the officer had improperly touched her breast during the traffic stop and as a result caused injury to the female.
Even though I didn't know I did nothing wrong, just having serious charges brought against you like that, which, you know, could mean jail time, losing your job, losing everything you worked for.
Without those tapes, the officer may be waiting trial himself for improperly touching a female.
I could have lost my job, my house, everything I've worked so hard for. I mean, I put a lot of years into being a good police officer, and I could have lost it with just that one false accusation. It's scary to say the least.
Okay. So has he been convicted of anything, any domestic violence or any harassment or stalking of your family or friends?
No, Your Honor.
All right, well then, why is it that you're the one under arrest and not him?
Your Honor, I have asked myself that every day. He knows how to manipulate the system. He did it to her. He has done nothing but lie and terrorize me and my friends and my family. And to this day, he does it. Your Honor, I have an email that he sent to my son, text he sent to my daughter. 2 weeks ago, he sent me emails trying to have me be his friend on Facebook, and I want nothing to do with him. November 3rd, he requested for me to be his friend on Facebook.
Why aren't you getting criminal charges filed against him?
Because I just want this to go away, and so I can go on with my life.
No, that's not the answer to my question. All right,
death.
look, I have a copy of the Facebook message. It's from the plaintiff to your son. I'm sorry that life is taking such a twist right now. Remember that I and my boys care about you a lot. Remember to pray before you eat, and when you feel happy or sad, and period. That's a threat. The defendant has kept a journal, and in her journal, she talks about the fact that I don't have the mental strength for this. This is the worst kind of abuse. I was trying to hold off. This is a smoking gun. I was trying to hold off and not screw him over, but I can't do this anymore. The landlord would let either of us assume the lease. Neither of us want it. Lee won't accept it. He knows he's got to be there to pay the rent, but he's got no job, which means if I get out of this, there are no collectors from the lawsuit. Then you email about the Safe Homes Act. It is a law in Illinois that was passed to allow women who claim they are battered to get out of leases. Your own journal says that he's not working. He can't take the lease, and therefore, you don't want your credit ruined. So the way you do this is you claim you are a victim of domestic violence, and under the Safe Homes Act, you are exonerated from following through on the lease. All you had to do was to get out there and get this man arrested, but you couldn't because you can't allege anything. You got all your friends and your family members to file complaints that are empty complaints. You got an order against him. The order was dismissed. He couldn't go to his own house. You couldn't get out of the lease, so you decided to say you were a victim. You are the worst kind of victim. It is women like you who ruin it for real victims. Her own journal made it clear that she wanted him arrested so she could use that as an excuse to get out of her lease and not ruin her credit. I don't even think she was pregnant. I don't think that anything she said had any validity at all. She's the only one who's under arrest here, and it's sad that there are people who use orders of protection in a way that hurts the next woman coming down the pipe.
He's very good and charming at manipulating and getting what he wants.
She says something terrible happened with the stranger in the back of the van.
He pulled off my pants. He was hitting me, and he raped me.
I was charged with rape in the first degree.
Bjorny maintains his guilt and almost solely on the basis of her emotional testimony. The jury votes to convict. The sentence, swift and severe.
They told me he got convicted 20 years.
20 years. At last, in the confessional at this New Jersey church, Bjorny reveals the secret.
I told the priest that there was somebody in jail because I lied. I said he raped me when he didn't.
And Bjorny's accusations repeated to friends, the hospital staff, the police, the prosecutors, and the jury, all of it lies. They gave you a morning after pill.
Yes.
You took it.
Yes.
Why?
I believe my lie. Otherwise, I could have just thrown the pills in the toilet. Nobody would have known about it. But I decided to take it because in my room, by myself, I believe that happened to me.
And many people tell all kinds of lies and do all kinds of terrible things to keep in good stead with their families.
She was not mad at me anymore because she felt sorry for me.
And you wanted that.
And that's what I
out there thinking I'm guilty.
A witness that heard loud screams for help at night. And when these girls surfaced, they were cut, they were bruised, they had duct tape on them. And their 911 call was bone chilling.
She took us. He took us.
19 hours after they disappeared.
Hello? He took us in their car. In the road. I don't know what to do.
The teens told detectives they were taken at knife point during a late-night walk, duct taped, threatened, cut, and beaten, and were lucky to escape in Santaquin.
Where's the person that took you? I don't know where they went. They drove off. I don't know what happened.
But the police dragnet, weeks later, found something in Payson the girls couldn't explain away.
We were able to see video of them with backpacks walk into the convenience store. They were obviously carefree, talking. There was no one in the vicinity watching them. No reason to believe they had been abducted.
After being pressed, the teens confessed that there were no kidnappers. That 911 call?
I don't know where we are.
They were very convincing to everyone.
The cuts, the bruises.
Self-inflicting the injuries that they were displaying for their parents.
The duct tape, which the girls still had on them when they called for help.
They actually went and purchased duct tape during the day and planned to make the report.
And that unrelated witness who told police there was screaming at the time the teens were supposedly taken.
We don't know if they yelled to create a potential witness for their abduction scheme or not.
Hello. Hi. 23-year-old Deanna Griego tried charming.
I'm going to school for being a police officer.
She tried explaining.
My speech impairment.
Oh, okay.
It's embarrassing.
I'm gonna put you in cuffs, okay? APD officer Jared Frazier arrested Griego for DWI. She blew a .13 at the station, way over the legal limit. Then she said she had to pee. Officer Frazier says he heard Griego talking in the bathroom, asking, quote, "How can I get this officer in trouble?" end quote. But then comes this accusation.
Inappropriately touched me while I was going in the car.
The whole thing's on video, man. You can say whatever you like. I also talked to the APD union president tonight. She says these false allegations against police officers are becoming more common, and members of the public who make them need to be held accountable. But so far, Griego is not facing any additional charges.
No, but I have to go to work.
Stop.
No, please, please.
Come here.
Please.
Please.
No, I can't. I got to go home.
Can you stop?
No, you got me. No, I have to go home.
Stop.
Please, stop. I have to.
2 seconds.
No, I have to go.
2 seconds.
Went too far. This is, no.
2 seconds.
Please, I have to.
Are you serious?
Yes, I have to go.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
What is your problem?
I have a girlfriend.
Okay.
And I love my girlfriend.
Well, that's fine.
And I'm honest and I'm devoted to her.
Okay.
But I have to.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay, I need to find a place to drop you off.
I'm right around the corner.
I appreciate.
Baby.
No,
Baby, it's okay. It's okay.
I love my girlfriend.
That's good. That's fine.
Yes, and I need.
I love my boyfriend.
Okay, well, I need to. Okay. I need to drop you off and.
Can you chill out for 2 seconds? You're hot. You're a fucking hot guy. I'm a girl. It happens.
No, I'm a faithful man, and
it happens.
believe everybody that comes in. I don't need proof. Proof is in the patient's heart.